Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to another edition of Vampire the Masquerade Independence. The scene is set on a lonesome, lonely highway east of Omaha, or I should say, east of Independence. We begin the scene with a family sedan that has its emergency lights flashing on and off, on and off. And around this sedan, there happens to be several different road flares. It seems some vehicular trouble has beset this sedan. The scene is quite dark. The only light comes from stars, and even that is a very, very weak light here in this rural area. There are several different signs and billboards very low to the ground advertising McTooley's restaurant, just 3 exits to your east. And several different bushes in which to hide in. The hills, they sort of roll. They start to create this artificial valley here that's kept away from view. And within this rolling field comes a single patrol. A single patrol for this side of Independence. A ranger of sorts goes ahead and starts to roll up and down the hills. And when the patrol officer goes ahead and sees this vehicle, it seems to be in distress, he goes ahead and stops several feet away, goes ahead and calls it in. And after he calls it in, makes his own notes, he proceeds to get out the patrol car. He's one of those old school folks. He doesn't bring a partner along with him. His wife would tell him that is a rather foolish thing to do, but so long as he is careful, so long as he is better aware of his surroundings, he doesn't need a partner. And besides, Dispatch knows exactly where he is. Dispatch knows exactly what he's doing. Should the worst happen, there's always backup. He goes ahead and, as previously described, get out of the vehicle. He is wearing a fairly heavy suit to him, much as the regular gear of patrol officers nowadays, to have a heavy suit and the radio at his beck and call. He sort of brandishes a huge mag light, actually. And he'll start walking towards the vehicle. And this is where we begin our scene most proper. What does the officer find?
Well, I expect he finds an empty vehicle.
All right, then.
Unless we've purposefully put bodies or such into it.
He's like, no preparations have been made as such. The patrol officer will go ahead and inspect the vehicle, find that there's nobody there. Weird. He goes ahead and checks the surroundings, actually.
There's a spattering of blood on the tarmac below his feet when he shines his mag light down onto it.
Splattering of blood. Okay. He's gonna take several steps back, actually. He's gonna go ahead and start to contort his heavy-set body closer to the ground to see if there's anything underneath the vehicle.
No, there's nothing underneath the vehicle. The blood seems to trail off. It's not a massive amount of blood, but it's enough to notice that it's fresh and dripping off onto the side of the road.
The officer is going to check and see if there's any skid marks actually in this area, just to give himself a better idea about what happened to this vehicle. And he's going to check the front grille as well.
The front grille has a little bit of blood to it. Looks a little bit dented. But there doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to have skidded a great deal on the road.
Okay. The officer is going to go ahead and start to trail the blood, actually, see where it leads.
Blood leads to some bushes off to the side in the darkness.
Okay. Let's do something here. Let's roll his wits. One success. If there are people around, you'll hear a very, very beefy voice go ahead and talk into the soldier, son of a bitch, I can't say that word, shoulder radio going, we may have a accident here. This is Officer Bradley. I am checking out the situation. Please have first responders on standby. Thank you. And he'll go ahead and start to investigate the bush.
I've purposely set this up so that Mort can, once distracted, be able to make his way to the car.
Oh yeah.
But Violet will be watching the distance. She's aware of the officer approaching here, but she's also aware. She's also keeping an eye out to make sure that Mort makes his move at the right time. And
Mort's gonna go ahead, and he's been hiding on the other side of the highway, just beyond this billboard. He's gonna go ahead and spin 2 points of blood into his dex and start to stealth his way. Gonna spin a point of willpower as well, because this is kind of important. Wow, 7 successes.
yeah, he's not seeing you.
Nope.
Eventually, the police officer will find Violet sat down. She's acting conscious, and she's bandaging her arm and her leg. The jeans have been cut, sort of with the impact. There's a few superficial wounds, but she seems to be otherwise in one piece. And she's bandaged. She's self-treating herself. She's self-treating as he approaches.
Mm-hmm. As he approaches, he goes ahead and says in a very authoritative voice, "Ma'am, are you all right? Do you require assistance?"
Oh, she smiles and she's, "Oh, no, I'm all right, thank you. I was hitchhiking on the road and some asshole hit me."
Okay. He'll go ahead and briefly check your wounds. Superficial, you say, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll spend a point of blood to bleed. And they're just sort of like the car couldn't have been going extremely fast, but it was enough to knock somebody off their feet, give them a few nasty cuts and grazes, that kind of thing. More as impact to the tarmac rather than actual bone damage density inside. She was lucky. Perhaps the car clipped her.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go through several first responder things. He's going to go ahead and ask you to move your finger over your face. And then she's going to ask you what you remember about the scene for a little bit, as Marty is going to go ahead and break into the trunk of this guy's car.
Okay.
in pinning a point of willpower because this is important. Oh, good. Then I needed it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The back of the trunk is open. Morty goes ahead and snags the goodies inside, throws it into a whatchamacallit, gym bag, closes the, not only does he does that, but he takes a few extra things, closes the trunk, and proceeds to away himself.
And
Uh,
Violet carries on explaining that she left her car at a nearby sort of roadhouse bar because she'd been drinking and wanted to walk home or get a ride. And being a responsible person that she is, not driving drunk. And this guy just clipped her, and then when she confronted him, he ran off.
right. He'll go ahead and yeah, he'll make sure that you're okay. He'll make sure that your self bandages actually look all proper. But he'll go ahead and again say again, do you require medical assistance?
I could do with a lift home.
He's like, that I can do. Just hop on into the patrol car, and we'll get you away.
Alright.
And he'll offer to help you up. He'll offer to walk you over.
She takes the help. She limps a little bit, but not so much that it'll be overwrought. And gets into the car.
Mm-hmm. You'll see, what do they call this guy? Officer Bradley? Let's just call him Officer Bradley. You'll see Officer Bradley go ahead and do a once-over on the vehicle again. Go ahead and start to make notes about the license plate and the make and model of the vehicle. Once he's done all that, he'll hop back into the car and, right, he'll ask you where you need to be driven to.
Just into Independence, so I can make my own way from there.
Alright, and your name, man?
Martina.
Martina. Could I see your license? Could I see your whatchamacallit? License. There you go.
She pats herself down. I think I left my wallet in the bar, you know.
Which bar was that?
Toolies.
McTooley's. Right, just around the exit. Are you sure you don't want me to drive you over there so you can reclaim your wallet?
It's all closed now. Saying goodbye to them as I left. I can go back in the morning. Have my friend drive me from work. It's just fine.
The officer's gonna go ahead and roll some perception and empathy on that one.
Okay. Manipulation subterfuge.
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, just one success.
Let me see that. In this case, you're the defender.
Um,
So again, he'll ask you your name. He'll ask you where you live. He'll ask you just several different various background information. But what other bull you currently give him, he'll go ahead and believe for now, as he.
yeah, she gives a fake name. She says that she's staying with a friend. She doesn't have a permanent residence in around here just yet. She's just moved.
Mm-hmm. The patrol car will start to edge its way out of the scene as another patrol car makes it onto the scene. But Officer Bradley is currently eating out of your hand as you are driven back into the Independence city limits proper.
What's dominate 2, by the way? I forget.
Dominate 2 is manipulation leadership.
Yeah, but what does it actually do?
Okay, to give you an idea, it allows you to plant a suggestion, a very, very strong suggestion. And if you word the suggestion well enough, it's simply a command with extra words attached to it.
I really need dominate 3.
Yeah, Dominate 3 is awesome. But yes, do you do anything else?
Yeah. If she had dominate 3, she might encourage him not to remember her. But
With Dominate 2, you can encourage this officer to believe your lies.
yeah, I should probably try and do that. Though I really wish that I'd done this another way around now. I need to
It's
buy more.
fun.
Need to buy more social.
Should you
But
wish to memorize this officer, please do so now.
good enough.
Yeah, even the
I don't.
strongest willed people
I
will
doubt.
go
I
ahead
doubt
and
he'd have
bow to you.
willpower 6. He might do, but as a human, probably not. There's probably 3 successes.
Okay, what suggestion are you currently planning into this officer's mind?
To believe my story and not to just sort of let it be. I'll be out of town in a few days anyway, so not to worry about it.
Okay, you go ahead and plant the suggestion that you are not important. Even if you were a victim in this case, you are unimportant and you do not wish to press any charges. You simply want to go on with the rest of your life not being hassled.
Yep.
Alright, fair enough. Anything else you wish to do before we close the scene?
Nope. I will go back to, once the officer's disappeared on his way, I will go back to wherever it is that we hang out and wait for Mort to appear.
You'll probably get a text from Mort saying, hey, where are you? I left the bar like hours ago.
Mm. Back home now. I think, everything seems to turn out okay. I'm gonna head to bed.
It's like, good. I got the groceries, so I'll see you back at the house.
Right. And she makes her way home.
Alright. And we go ahead and in this fairly brief scene in Independence. I hope you all had a wonderful time. We will see you all again next time. Toodles!